Good evening, you're with me, Lynn and Shuman on Sports Today, reporting to you live from Studio 1. First update on the third day of the Olympics, we have Usain Bolt as one of the main contenders in the 100-meter track event. Will he face major competition on that day? Bolt, the Jamaican track sensation, blew away the field in the 100 meters in 9.63 seconds and the 200 in 1932, becoming the first athlete to win both sprints at consecutive Olympics.
Set.
Oh, they're away, and Gatlin got away brilliantly, and he's ahead of the field at the moment, and Bolt going very, and here comes Usain Bolt! Usain Bolt storming through, he takes it again, Blake gets the silver, 9.64! Oh, he's retained his title in the most emphatic way. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Usain Bolt of Jamaica is the fastest man on the planet. 9.63, a superb demonstration of power sprinting. What a performance that was. Gatlin attacked early, but Bolt got into his running really. It was an unbelievable run, and Blake, I think, got the silver, he did, and Gatlin got the bronze. But Jamaica 1 and 2, a reversal of the result in the Jamaican trials earlier on this year. But my goodness me, there's Gatlin getting his celebration. He couldn't beat these two.
Bolt struck a third time on the next to last night of the games, running a blistering ankle leg to start a world record in the 4x100 relay for his third goal. He was so good that the track officials let him to keep the baton.
Elsewhere on the track, Kenya's David Rudisha led for the entire race in the 800 meters and broke his own world record by a tenth of a second. The standout performance of the game proclaimed no less a track star than Kong himself. Carmelita Jeter anchored the American 4x100 meter relay team to a winning time of 40.82 seconds, more than half a second better than a mark that had stood for more than a quarter century.
The United States used a dominant showing in track and failed to blow past China and lock up the races for total medals and 4 golds. Going into the final day, the United States had 44 gold medals, one shy of its record for an Olympic on foreign soil.
For additional news, we would like to bring you a full report on the progress of Olympic cyclists.
Joseph Cooper, who involved in an accident in where his pelvic was fractured. Even though in pain, he remounted on his bike and limped across the finish line 30 km from the accident scene.
Round 2 of the Benchmark Homes Tour took place out round the foothills of Rangiora on Sunday, and after 135 kilometres of racing, it was a sprint to the finish that decided the top 2 placings. After dominating round 1 with a 1-2 finish, the Subway Avanti cycling team looked to extend their lead on the competition, with the first significant break of the race coming when Subway riders Hayden Godfrey and Joseph Cooper and Benchmark Homes rider Daniel Barry made a break on the field. However, they were eventually caught by the peloton. However, it was at the 97-kilometre mark that the race really began to take shape, with Cooper and Barry joined at the front again by Gordon Macaulay, Craig Lawn, George Bennett and Leon Hextall. The 6 worked well together until Cooper pushed ahead for the finish, but was pursued by Macaulay, and the Subway rider had this to say about his chase.
Mate, I'm so tired I couldn't eat a 6-inch right now.
Though he may have been tired, he pushed Cooper all the way to the finish line and cast, with Cooper taking his first win of the series, and with Macaulay finishing second, extending his overall lead on the series.
Felt pretty good. I was a little bit tired. I had a big race in Hamilton yesterday and flew down last night. My legs were pretty good and the team rode well, so it worked out really well.
And with the premise of the Benchmark Tour being built around encouraging team racing, Macaulay couldn't be happier with his team's performance.
Subway Avanti team, we finished first and second in the first race. We've finished first and second here again today. I've held the lead in the series and maybe extended it a little more as well, so that's all good.
And he's hoping to make up for what he regards as a disappointing result last year.
I lost the Benchmark Homes Tour last year by 1 point, so I'm gunning to try and win it this year. I want to make up for that this year.
Having raced professionally for 10 years, Macaulay is very impressed by the Benchmark Tour and the standard of racing it provides.
It's really good because it's the only real team-based racing in New Zealand. You know, there was a break up the road early on with a couple of my Subway Avanti teammates, and Calford Riker went to the front, Ultimo went to the front, Cycle Surgery Dunedin went to the front. And you don't normally see that in New Zealand racing, so it's actually bringing the standard of racing up to a European standard where people actually race as teams and race for a team leader or, race for the best guy in their team on the day.
Cooper suffered of 2 fractures in pelvic bones and now are working to heal and prepare for an August return.
And now we have Izaki and Tong Jen Mei bringing us live footage of the 400 mile track event.
Thank you, Mas. Well, this year's event is bound to be a nail-biter, with newcomer Justin Gatlin for America, just 18 years old, entering his very first Olympic event.
Yeah, rumors had it that he is quite a runner himself. In fact, he was specially chosen by the team captains of the US Olympic team to carry the US flag in the opening. The US Olympic team captain said that Gatlin deserved the honor of flag bearer because he was so proud of his citizenship.
Sounds like a very patriotic guy indeed. Well, let's see whether he actually lives up to expectations in this 100 meters male track event with Jamaicans Usain Bolt heading up the competition as well.
Bolt, who currently holds the world record for fastest sprint 400 meter in a matter of 38.32 seconds, is bound to give Gatlin a hard time on the track today. Perhaps Gatlin is able to handle the enormous pressure well, and that actually will give him an edge in the event. Let's take a look.
Amerika Birleşik Devletleri 4, Jamaika 6 numarada. Çıkış verildi ve yarış başladı. İlk 100 metre koşuluyor. Trell Kimmons ve Nesta Carter, Amerika Birleşik Devletleri ve Jamaika adına hemen hemen denk bir yarış oluyor gibi. Jamaika bayrağı ilk sırada değiştiren oldu. Amerika Birleşik Devletleri'nde bayrağı ikinci olarak Justin Gatlin taşıyor değerli seyirciler. Şimdi ikinci bayrak değişimi gerçekleştiriliyor. Yine Jamaika bayrağı önce değiştirdi. Jamaika'da 3. sırada Johan Blake, Amerika Birleşik Devletleri'nde Darvis Patton ve son bayrak değişimi yapılıyor. Usain Bolt bayrağı aldı. Amerika Birleşik Devletleri yine bayrak değişiminde hata yapıyor. Usain Bolt büyük bir farkla altın madalyaya gidiyor. Fransa ikinciliğe doğru koşuyor. 37.04 derece. Dünya rekoru geliyor değerli seyirciler. Usain Bolt Jamaika'da bayrağı son taşıdı. Ülkesinin yine dünya rekoru kırmasını sağlıyor. 37.04 müthiş bir derece.
Wow, did you see that? Unbelievable, simply amazing, right?
I know! It seemed like a very close competition between all contestants, but eventually, right about 10 seconds away from the finishing line, Bolt showed off his amazing sprinting skills and ran his heart out to the first place.
Well, it wasn't a complete loss for Justin Gatlin, who showed off quite some skills out on the track today. Maybe he will even take on the great Usain Bolt for the next Olympic event with more polished training.
And that sums up the match with Jamaicans Usain Bolt heading up with the gold medal, followed by fellow Jamaican Johan Blake, who finished second, with USA's Justin Gatlin taking the bronze medal in the 400 meters male track event. That's all for today. Thank you.